Hello, hi, my name is MomoMorgana, and welcome back to the Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge side household update. This update is happening between, I don't know, somewhere between 1380 and 1381 as we get ready for our, what's it called? As we get ready to lose a side household potentially. I still have the poll ongoing, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the previous episode, I talked about the fact that in year 1381, which is the episode coming up after this video comes out, and that year I have to roll, or I have to choose, I should say, a side household that will die in the Peasants' Revolt. Now, I was saying in my previous video whether or not I should flip for my active households, being two of them, I can flip a coin, or put every single side household, including my active ones and my inactive ones that we'll go over in this video, onto a wheel, and then choose two families from there, because there's a lot of side households. So you can answer that question in this video or in the previous video, and whenever I get to recording the next video, we'll know. But before we even think about doing all of that, let's see what these side households are even up to. So first off, we're seeing a Slack Humphreys, who is Ivo's only surviving child. His sister died, his father's dead, his entire grandfather's bloodline is dead besides him, so he's kind of going through it, but I think he's taking it all in stride. He is still here in Hinford on Bagley, and he actually got married fairly recently after he turned into a young adult. He's not a young adult, after he turned into a teenager. Why do you have these vampire teeth? You're a human. Whatever. But he actually got married to this girl, well, her name is Morgan Humphreys now. I forgot her OG name. Why is that glitching in the background? Anyways, I forgot her OG name, but this is Morgan. I actually kind of wanted to put her in the running to potentially marry Stephen when Stephen was looking for a wife, but that didn't happen. So because she got married to a Slack. So I guess me saying that a Slack was going to get with the MILF was incorrect for once. But I'm glad he proved me wrong and stayed within his age range, because this is such a cute couple. They're so cute. And together they actually had a daughter. So this is little Lilith. She's recently a toddler, so I don't know, she's like, what, 2? Something like that? 1, 2, something like that. But she is absolutely adorable. I love her so much. And yeah, they've got 3 cats. Hopefully this doesn't turn into more. I have an issue with my NPC households that have cats, dogs, and horses, where instead of having children, the animals just keep breeding. And so it'll be a house with like 1 person and 11 animals, because I have my household limit set to 12. And I don't like that. So if it becomes a problem, I'm literally just going to move their cats out. I don't care. But for now, they can keep their 3 cats. We're just going to say that they took in some strays that were coming around and they became like the family cats. So yeah, not much to say. A Slack is doing pretty good. He inherited his father's fortune, and he's honestly just absolutely chilling. You don't know anything about his wife, Morgan. She's hedonistic, body conscious, mischievous, and cold-blooded. So yeah, but she grew up as a peasant, and so moving from a cramped peasant household into this must be like a dream come true. And she's still in the village, so she can see her family and everything. So this is best case scenario for her. So congratulations, Morgan. Welcome to the family. I'm really interested to see her genetics with a Slack's genetics. She's like, wow, look at my house. Well, y'all are synced. I'm interested to see her genetics. I think she's really pretty, which is why I wanted to put her in the running to marry Stephen. But she's got these gorgeous, gorgeous blue eyes. And, you know, a Slack is handsome. He looks just like Ivo. He's got these gorgeous green eyes, and his facial structure and her facial structure. And I can already tell Lilith's going to be super pretty when she gets older. So I want them to have more kids. Because now that their bloodline is so far separated, this means that as we get further down the Smith line and the bloodlines start to dilute, you know, we could potentially have future Smiths marry into some of these side households, or the side household descendants and things like that. Which is part of the reason I make my side households NPCs after a while. Besides the fact that I just don't want a million Sims in my my save. So this is them. Very, very small, but I still think pretty cute. All right, next up, we have our dear, dear Stephen, who's a handsome old man, and he has been for a while. He doesn't have that much longer to go, though. I know which year he'll be passing away in because I counted the days, but he'll be gone soon, guys. So this might be the last time we see him unless he pops up sometime in our regular series, like just to visit. Maybe I'll have him and Mary spend some time together. Who knows? But his wives are doing good. He's had a couple more children since the last time we've seen, but they're all having a great time together, fully in love. So he treats all of his wives with a lot of respect. So that, I mean, for a polygamous man, he's doing a great job doing what polygamous men are supposed to be doing. So his eldest stepson slash great nephew is older now. This is him. This is Richard. I kind of I kind of wish he was older so I could be messy and then probably have him and God, her name is not Denise, Alberta hang out. But who knows? Alberta's still young enough, so maybe we can get to know Richard a little bit. Be like a good big cousin. Very distant cousin, but a good big cousin nonetheless. He's squeamish, chatty, and a language savant, so a pretty intelligent guy, likes to learn languages and whatnot. Sarai has aged up as well. This is his daughter that he had with Susanna. So his only biological child he had was Susanna. Susanna had Richard with not Mahe, with what is his name? With what's your dad's name? I don't know why I'm forgetting all of a sudden. Avery. There we go. And with Stephen's second wife named Thaddeus, he had two children, a boy named Tim, who is super, super cute. Here we go. A boy named Tim, who is super, super cute, and another boy named Martin. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. I thought there was two Martins. I was about to say, oh. And a boy named Martin. So unfortunately, Martin and Tim won't really get too much longer with their father because he's old. But, you know, at least he'll be leaving behind this house and they have two moms to help out and all that. So, all things considered, things are going rather well. That could be changed at any moment during the wheel turn in the next episode. But I'm scared. I'm scared. But everyone's doing good. Everyone's happy. They're doing good. For some reason, Sarai looks like she's Thaddeus' kid right here, but I digress. We have a little bit of an announcement. We've actually lost two of Stephen's children between the previous side household update and this one. The first one to go was Conrad in 1377. According to the family tree, he died of laughter. I don't like emotional deaths in my game, so I'm just going to say he got the laughing sickness. I believe that was a medieval sickness. It might not have been this exact century, but I'm pretty sure it existed. So he died in 1377. So we'll go see the remnants of his family and what he may or may not have left behind a little bit later. And the next one to die in 1378 was actually Stephen's eldest son. So he lost his youngest son. Well, I guess before these toddlers he just had. But he lost his youngest son and he lost his eldest son a year later. So Osbert died in 1378. Apparently he froze to death. Which is crazy because he was in Oasis Springs. As we know, Osbert was the possessed sim. And he had a bit of a difficult time, but he was loving Oasis Springs. He got married, had some children. And so I'm not sure what happened. Maybe whatever it is that was possessing him made him go outside and he just froze to death or what. It's unclear, but he froze to death. So we'll be taking a visit to the remnants of his family. Yeah, that's really all I got. So let's go visit Stephen's children. The first of Stephen's children we're going to visit is actually Alondra, who is still here in Windenburg. She's still married to this guy Tyrone, living it up, absolutely, rich and all. And they've had a couple of kids together since we've last seen. Her eldest, Amanda, who she had out of wedlock with someone who I can't remember, is, you have blush on? Did I give you blush? I don't know. Anyways, she's older now. She's an adorable, adorable kid. She has the unkempt trait, which is unfortunate. I feel like she'd be pretty kempt, I guess. Whatever. She's discomforted by disarray. Girl, it's your disarray. Whatever. She's unkempt, well balanced, and boring. Well, I guess she balances everything but a bath. So, that's unfortunate. But she's chilling overall. And together with Melandra with her husband, they had 2 kids so far. This boy named Robert. I can't remember if he was in the previous update or not, but he's in this one now. This is Robert, their little toddler, and they have another child, Kylie. I feel like it should be something more medieval, but I can't really be bothered, to be honest. This is Kylie. She's okay. You open your eyes. There we go. This is Kylie. She's super cute. Looks just like her mama so far. But yeah, honestly, she's been living a pretty calm life. She struggled after the news of her brother's death. That was her twin. That was her bestie. So she's taking it day by day, year by year, and all that. It's been a few years since he died, but still, it's I feel bad. Like that was her brother, her twin. But overall, Alondra is doing perfectly fine and living this amazing, amazing life in Windenburg with, you know, an interesting family dynamic she's got going on here. I jumped into the household of Harper, who is Conrad's I guess widow at this point, because I saw that there was a toddler named Matt Smith, but as we know, Conrad and Harper didn't really have children, so I thought maybe they got pregnant after I did the update. I was like, something's going on here. Looking at the family tree, his name is Matt Smith, but his father is Rocky Aguilera. Now she is Harper Aguilera because she married him. I think that she got pregnant a little bit before Conrad died. If he's an infant about to be a toddler, she had to have been pregnant with him either right after Conrad died or like right before he died. So she had a child, or she got pregnant by this guy, Rocky. She better thank her lucky stars that Conrad died, because this is not his kid. But she gave him the last name Smith because she was called a Smith, and then she got married and remarried, and instead of changing his last name, she kept him a Smith. He's not a Smith at all. He has the last name of a man who's not his father. I was about to say, I wonder if I should put this family onto the will, just in case we could orphan children whose family members we don't really see anymore. Like Osbert's kids. I was gonna say, if I do the will, should I put in Osbert's uh kids as well, in case they could be orphaned if we decide to go with the will idea. But I was gonna use Matt as that example. Then I saw he was a werewolf, and I was like, well, Harper's not one. Ignore the glitched baby. Harper's not a werewolf, and neither was Conrad. So she was literally going to pass off this child as Conrad's had he still been alive. That's kind of insane, Harper. That's kind of don't look all sad and embarrassed. Harper, well, actually, I think it would have worked. Her son looks like her, actually. What the heck? Let me look at his dad. How is he a werewolf? There must be a recessive gene from one of their sides, but let me look at these guys again. Oh nope, you know what? He looks like his daddy. Look at that mouth. That's his father's mouth. Yeah, she was really gonna try to pass this off as Conrad's kid. I don't know if she's lucky that he died or not, but I guess things worked out for Harper. She kind of had the short end of the stick being married to someone like Conrad. In her defense, Conrad has a bunch of kids that's not hers. Um, oh God, Conrad's not in the family. Wait, he's not alive. I can't track down some of his kids. Oh wait, I didn't think about that. Oh, I can't even. I can't even. I don't know why I tried, but I guess that's the end of Conrad's story because I actually don't remember who he had children with. I wonder if that'll come back into the family tree later where I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, your great grandfather was Conrad. I actually have no clue. Here is Laura, who is killing it as always. Girl, you look good. She's still cursed, but you look good. You look great. So as we know, she's had a really weird relationship with her husband who passed away. She started a little bit of a fling with this guy, Kayla, who's apparently her soulmate, but he's married and doesn't even live in Wittenberg. And she hasn't gotten pregnant by him or anything like that, probably because he's not in Wittenberg. But I don't know. She's been kind of in love with him for years, but hasn't I don't know, hasn't really moved on to do anything, which is kind of interesting in a way. But her daughter that she had with her, no, don't put this on. Don't be a scout. Scouts don't exist. Put this on. Don't freeze to death, but put this on. This is her daughter, Wendy, who's all grown up. I should have changed her teeth, but I don't care enough to do it. This is her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. She's so cute. She looks like a good mix of her dad and her mom. And she's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what else to say besides the fact that she's freaking gorgeous. I adore her so much. I'm really interested to see what happens to Laura. If she's gonna stay here, she's gonna move on. But so far, she seems to have just stayed here in this exact house in Windenburg. I don't know if she doesn't think she doesn't have anywhere else to go, or if she just kind of got used to it over the years and she wants to provide some form of stability for her daughter, or what. But I hope she's able to get married and fall in love with someone who actually wants to, like, treat her right and be with her, because she's fallen in love with someone who is her soulmate, but that's a very complicated situation. Um, Wait a second, is my soulmate mod not in? Oh, wait. Is this actually? No. Oh my gosh, I need to put my soulmate mod back in, I think, or update it or something. Interesting. Anyways, that was her soulmate, so her like her little fling situation that she had going on. But other than that, she's doing fine. I think uh I think this curse that she has, I think it's affecting her romantic life. I think that's where her curse is, unfortunately, which isn't fair. She deserves so much more than that. But I don't know. Is her daughter? How's her daughter? I didn't look at her traits. She's motivating, warm hearted, and practical. Okay, so she definitely grew up seeing her mother battle through like this sadness from her curse. Not that she knows she's cursed or anything like that, but you know, she's dealt with that and just became super motivating and warm-hearted. She understands that, you know, sometimes things are difficult and life can be kind of hard sometimes, and she's practical. I like this for her. She's just a sweet girl. We're here in Osbert's old home before he passed away, unfortunately. Just to look at his kids. Also, Osbert's gone, but should he make his kids suffer and add them to the will if I go with the will idea? So far in my comments of the previous video, it seems like the will is the most popular idea, so that might be what happens. So are they suffering enough? Should we let them free? We have plenty of other side household families, or do I want to like ruin their lives further, you know? But anyways, his wife is chilling. She's not remarried or anything. Yeah. She's chilling. She's not remarried, and I don't know, she's kind of older in life, so I feel kind of bad because she's got I mean, that was the whole point of her having Osbert. So like if something happened to her, there'd be a young man to take care of their sons, but something happened to him instead. But let's take a look at their sons. His stepson Nicholas, oh, I forgot to give him a makeover. Didn't know he was growing up, but he's a handsome young lad. I think it'd be fun if he got with, well, Agnes isn't getting married, unfortunately. But, you know, hopefully Alberta will. I want Alberta to want to get married and have a lot of kids because there's a lot of kids who are going to be teenagers around the same time as her. And I actually kind of want them to potentially get with her because they have so many cool traits. But let's look at his biological children. So, ignore one of Siegfried's bloody kids, but this is his eldest son. What's your name? David. This is David. He is an extrovert, emotional, and lazy. He looks just like his father. He's pale, got the green eyes and the black hair. So that's a Smith for sure. And opposite of him, kind of not fully opposite, but this is Channing, who is super cute as well. I'm glad they both got their father's gorgeous eyes. That's really all we got going on. He lived a relatively peaceful life, so I'm surprised to hear that he froze to death in in the desert. I'm joking. I know that the desert apparently gets pretty cold, especially at night. It'll be like blazing hot during the day, then extremely cold at night. And here we are with the last of Stephen's kids, Maurice, who I guess is he the only son still alive? Actually, now that I think about it, is he the only son still alive? Um, besides, I guess the new ones. Yep. So if something happens to oh, I just realized this changes our succession lineup. If something happens to doo, what is his name? Stephen, not his father, but his cousin Stephen. Something happens to Stephen and he doesn't have an heir. Instead of it going to Osbert or even Conrad, because they're both dead, it would go to Maurice, and Maurice has a son. Maurice has a lot of kids, but I, I think he has one with his current wife and one out of wedlock. But I guess the one who he's currently married to would be the heir. And then if something happens to Maurice and or his son, actually no, it would go to Osbert's kids. It would go to Osbert's son, I think. I don't know. We'll worry about that if that happens. But for now, Stephen's still alive. Hopefully. Now, together he had one son with his wife. Are you? Can I look at you? There we go. This is Ronan. He's super cute. Honestly, he's a toddler, so I don't have much to say. But they're having a blast in Brindleston Bay. Still in this complicated household of a family tree, but it's their home, it's their life, and they're making the best of it. I know that they tried for a baby, but I don't know if she's pregnant or not. Are you pregnant, ma'am? Nope. All right. So, um, Maurice is also cursed just like Laura, so they have that same sadness that comes along with their curse. I don't know who your other yeah, okay, you're the one who had that baby with Caitlin. Okay, so I legitimately don't know who has Conrad's kids. I guess hopefully I can find them on here. If I can find Conrad. Um is he no longer part of the family or something? Am I missing? Where is Conrad? This is Osbert. Why is William on here and Nathaniel and Catherine? Where the heck? Um, I know for a fact Conrad has children. I think he was deleted from the family tree. Okay. So we might come across Conrad's kids in the future and not know that they're Conrad's kids because he's not on the family tree. Oh my gosh, that life and death update messed up my family tree. um, wow, that's so helpful. Wow, amazing. So I'm just gonna say that the family completely lost touch of Conrad and they had no clue that he even had children out of wedlock. So I don't know. If we ever come across them in the future, I'll just have to look at their faces and try to tell? Question mark? That really depends on how far deep into the past we get. But oh my gosh, he's not there, so they legitimately don't know anything else about him. That's what I'm gonna say. But this isn't about Conrad. I keep bringing him back up because he was my favorite. I'm sorry. Maurice was my second favorite of the boys. My favorite all time was Laura. But okay. Hopefully things get better for him. His marriage is fine, I guess. Probably. Yeah, his marriage is fine. He still hates Stuart, but he's got two kids. So shout out to him, I suppose. And here we are in the what do you have a how old are you? Why do you have a line across your forehead? You're an adult now? Oh, you're old. I didn't know you were that old. Sorry. Here we are in Thelka's household, where Elena just freaked me out because I didn't realize how old my Sims were getting. She's an adult. I thought she was still a young adult. My Sims are getting old. But anyways, let's just see what this household is going up to. Thelka is still married to James. They don't have any biological children together, and I'm pretty sure she's not pregnant. Yeah. Also, some of the citizens throughout the kingdom have already started being taken in and executed for this peasants' revolt. So it's kind of starting a little bit early for the NPCs. Just to help me code the world a little bit and allow me to add in some new families. But they're losing friends and distant family members and things like that. So she lost one of her baby daddies, I think. She lost one of her baby daddies, the second one who was closer to her age. And she lost her friend Megan, who was also, I'm pretty sure Megan is related to her cousins, like Nura's family somehow. But anyways, This is about them. She's doing good. She doesn't like Madison for some reason, who is Osbert's ex-wife. I don't know. I guess she kind of blames Madison for Osbert's death, like not keeping an eye on him. You know that he has some issues and things like that. So I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. She still wants to find her soulmate. Oh, I wish she did or could. Hopefully she does. You know, sometimes things like this just take a little bit longer, you know? But hopefully she does. She deserves it. But her daughters have aged up. So this is Ada, her eldest child, who she had with Advic, the drug dealer, apparently, who is super cute. Are you in a relationship? No, I think my soulmate mod, I think I need to update my soulmate mod because it hasn't been working properly recently. She's conservative, sporty, a glutton, and time sensitive. So there's that. She does believe in the occult, which is cool. For now, she's straight, supposedly. I don't trust any of my Sims with their sexualities anymore. I learned my lesson with Nura, and I learned it with, again, with Stephen recently. So, hey. But that's Ada, and then their younger child, Melota, who is, yeah, mourning the loss of her father, who apparently was revolting against the king. Melota is chilling for the most part. She is a memory keeper, minimalist, and a vegetarian. So, a rather average family at this point. Thelka, how old are you until you were an elder? 21 days. She honestly should be much older. She should have been an elder long ago. But as we recall, she was pushing out kid after kid after kid. That it actually slowed down her lifespan. And I don't have my settings set for for my Sims to continue aging when they're pregnant. And I honestly don't want to be honest. To be honest, I don't want to turn that on. I like the little cheatiness of them stopping aging when they're pregnant. So, oh well, gives me a bit more time to keep getting them pregnant before I have to roll and kill them off or something like that. So I don't mind keeping it there. It's my way of cheating. Don't scare. But she's chilling. Everyone is just, they're losing friends and families to this revolt already. So they're reeling from some of the loss that they've suffered here in Willow Creek. So hopefully things get better. I want Elena to find a soulmate and be in love so bad because it's not fair. It's not fair. Next up, we've got our cute, cute little Philippa. Are you old too? How old are my people? Okay, Philippa's chilling. So Philippa is growing older, and good news, guys. She actually recently got married to this guy, Malachi. Actually, how old are you? Philippa, are you a predator? Uh, no. No! Yeah! Oh my gosh, I love when my Sims get in age-appropriate relationships. It's so rare nowadays. But she married this guy named Malachi, which is really cool because Malachi was actually her last baby daddy. So it took her a few tries. They had some ups and downs, but he eventually came back. They reconnected and decided to get married. They already have a child together, so I think that this was a cute little relationship. I wonder how they got back together. I don't know. I like this for you, Philippa. It's just everything happens and he came back and now you're in love and y'all are married and in love and everything and it's great. Now, her eldest child, Marjorie, is now a teenager. She looks a lot more like her daddy than I thought she did. I actually don't remember who her daddy was. Okay, never mind. I guess her boyfriend was accused of being a rebel, or maybe he was a rebel. I don't know. Oh, I thought that was her father for some reason. I think I was looking at Philippa. I think I thought I was still on Philippa. Is your dad still in the family tree or did the game delete him? He's gone. Guess we'll never know. But her biological father, whoever he is, she looks like him. And she apparently recently lost her lover, which is really sad. They're probably getting ready to get married and everything if their bar was this high. The game was gonna probably marry them and then I came in and ruined everything by killing him off. My bad, my bad. Yep, no clue who her father is. But that's okay. She grew up to be determined, proper, a health nut, optimistic, and an ally. Oh. Apparently she's on birth control. Yeah. I don't know what she does with her free time, but I think she was getting ready to get married, think about a future with that man and her and he died in this peasants revolt. I'm not sure if he was actually revolting or maybe someone in his household was revolting, but he paid the price for it and lost his life, which is really unfortunate. Next up, we have her little, not to be cruel, but we have to move forward. We have a lot of Sims. Not to be cruel, but next up, we have her little brother. I think her name is Christopher. There we go. Her name is Christopher. I also don't know who his daddy is. Is it this Yao guy? Okay, his dad is still alive. Yao Bui. Oh my gosh, I know who this is. I actually know who he is. I was in his household recently, getting some things done in Windenburg. He's in Windenburg. I can say that. He's poor, a poor man in Windenburg. But anyways, he's a cool guy. He's amusing, serious, and artistic. So don't know how he's amusing and serious. I guess he's just really sarcastic. Sarcastic people are hilarious, and I'm standing by that. And the baby of the family, Ellen, whose father is now in her life, unlike what her siblings had to go through. Oh wow, what a face. Beautiful, beautiful Ellen. She's timid, humble, and a little insane. And I'm seeing why would you think she's insane? This looks perfectly sane to y'all, right? I don't know. I don't know what they're even talking about. But she's glad that her father's back and she can actually hang out with him, build a relationship with him, meet him, everything like that. As you can see, she's also come across a few people who have died in the Peasants' Revolt. Oh man, she's just going through it. But honestly, I think she's just taking things day by day. I don't know, but her parents seem to be on the same page. They're both embarrassed for some reason, but they're getting along very well, and they have a pretty strong relationship. Yep, they have a very strong relationship, and now they're married. So hopefully this works out. I wonder if they're gonna have more children together or move out to do their own thing or what. But I like this couple. I'm glad that they managed to mend this relationship, and he wasn't just another one of those men that left her with a child. He did for years, did for over 6 years. I don't know how old Ellen is, but she recently aged up. She's probably between 6 or 8, but he's back now, and I guess that's what matters in the end. And of course, we're going to be looking at Hilda and Millicent, who have stuck side by side for a very long time now. Um, she has lost a good friend to this peasants' revolt. Who was it? Oh, one of her lovers. Unless he was already dead, but she lost one of her lovers apparently. Yeah, so she's still chilling. The game tried to get her pregnant with someone at some point. I'm not sure if it is him or not, but the household was full, so there was like 3 people pregnant in this house at once, and they got rid of all of them because the house was too full. Now, speaking of the house, the Wheatley kids are all grown up. Their dad just died very recently. No clue how or why, but here's his grave. Yep, Kane is dead. Don't know how or why he died, but he is in fact no longer with us. So don't know what that means for her position within the household. Because her job is essentially over the kids she was hired to raise. Why are y'all not in, wait, why are y'all wearing this? Oh my goodness, please. I spend so much time on y'all's outfits, so much time. Whatever. But she was essentially hired to nanny those kids and help raise them, and she's done that. Those kids are older now, so I don't know where her path goes from here, right? Because Annika, who was Kane's wife, actually recently got remarried very quickly after Kane's death. I don't know. I don't follow this lady. So I don't know what that means for Hilda and Millicent, but their children have grown older. Catherine, who is Millicent's eldest daughter. Oh, let me back up. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Catherine she lost a sibling? This must have been one of her half siblings. One of her half siblings must have died in the revolt because I don't know who died. Harley Shaw. Yep. One of her half brother was part of the revolt and he died apparently. It made her a little bit sad. But she is endurant, captivating, envious, and proper, and apparently homophobic. Please, we already have a little bit of an issue with that in my main household. Don't ruin someone's life, please, Catherine. And let's see, those are the Crabtrees. Emilio, her little brother Emilio, who was Hilda's youngest, not her youngest, her second youngest. He has grown up as well. This is the one whose father was from Mount Kumarebi, I believe. But he's looks so handsome. Oh my goodness. And he's redhead. He's sociable, lactose intolerant, and cowardly. So I don't know what to take from that, but he's cool. And lastly, her youngest child, Selena, who is really pretty and looks, I don't know if she looks like her or what, but she's a geek. Apparently she's sexist and a language savant, so she's got some interesting kids. Now, as for Hilda's kids, she just had Demario. Did you just have Demario? Yep. Her other, I'm gonna say that she miscarried the other one or something because the game deleted it, but deleted the pregnancy. But Demario is also older. This is Cordell's son, so remember, goodness, everything's so interconnected. But Avery's wife had children who was around the same age as Avery. Hilda got with Avery's stepson, technically, and together they had Demario, who is a geek, a daredevil, and a baker. So I don't know. I don't know what to make with those traits in medieval times, but that's what he is. And everyone's still living pretty harmoniously in the house, except for Millicent, who is not getting along with Annika at all. And now that Kane is gone and can't advocate for these girls anymore, at least Hilda, Annika could throw them out if she wants to, especially because Catherine is older and Hilda's other kids are also a little bit older. They can fend for them, not fend for themselves completely, especially the younger ones, but Annika has more of a foot to stand on to kick Millicent out at this point. Same thing with Hilda, because her services are no longer needed unless she's still nannying for this baby that she just had with her new husband. But I'm not sure. Wait a second. Actually, are you even married? Where's your where's your husband? Wait. Wait. Dominic Aguilera. Um Wheatley. Oh wait. I thought she got remarried. No, okay, so she and Kane finally had a child together. Then Kane died. And she got with someone named Dominic, who was a teen, apparently. And then Dominic died in the thing, the peasants revolt. Okay. I'm just gonna move on. That's none of my business. And to wrap up Belka slash Nasir's children, I keep forgetting Nasir is even involved in this process. He's been gone for so long. But to wrap up their children, we're in Sulani, which we shouldn't be because this place hasn't really been, well, I'm not going to say hasn't been discovered. People live here, just the kingdoms that we follow don't really have much to do with Sulani often, right? And they don't like really work together or anything like that. So we don't really see much of Sulani. Most we'll see are people from Sulani who move into the kingdom that our families take place in. But Joan is here in Sulani because I don't know why, actually. I'm not exactly completely sure exactly what she got herself wrapped up in, but somehow or another, Joan ended up being exiled from their kingdom, essentially. So here's the tea. Here's what I've managed to gather information-wise. And it kind of has something to do with Constance. Constance is also from Henford on Bagley. She was related to the current Lord's family. She was the previous Lord's sister, so the current Lord Stephen, as we've seen, the guy kind of going after Stephen. This is his aunt. Jesus, almost choked. So much drama is suffocating. But essentially, she had kids and all that before, and somehow or another, she ended up having a bit of a rendezvous with the crown prince of the kingdom, right? Henford and Bagley is part of Willow Creek's kingdom in my gameplay because it's so small. But basically, the crown prince, they had a little bit of a night of passion, but of course he's crown prince and he's actually married, and he could not have the rumors or the knowledge that he has a child out of wedlock and, was acting inappropriately outside of his marriage be spread. So he didn't really need much of a reason. He's a prince, but he exiled Constance. I'm not sure how Joan got wrapped up into this because she and Constance aren't necessarily friends. So I'm guessing Joan somehow found out, and then the prince found out that she knew and decided it was safest to just have her leave as well so that she didn't spread that information to someone who could use it against him. and make his life difficult. And he's a prince, right? So what are these people supposed to do against a prince? Nothing. So they were exiled and sent here to Sulani. They didn't have to move in together, but it's easier to be with people you kind of know and share a bit of a culture with. So they've been here for a few years. Because last we saw Joan, she was with Elena and Thelka and them. And it's just been kind of rough. So we're not going to pay much attention to Constance's family. We're just going to focus on Joan's. So Joan, they're not completely assimilated into Solani culture or anything like that, but at the very least, the locals are extremely kind to them. Everyone's very nice, and they do like trading and everything with them, but it's not an extremely easy life. They don't understand the language. The culture is extremely different. Everything from the weather to the tsunamis they have to endure and everything like that is just completely different, and they don't really have a way to communicate with their families, right? It's just them here, right? So they're making the best of it, I guess. They've been here for years, and Joan's kind of gotten used to it. Honestly, I think she kind of enjoys the beach, but she's not completely assimilated into the culture quite yet. Asa did not like the fact that she had to move here. I don't think that Joan told her children why they had to move to Sulani. All she knows is one day she was in a house with her grandmother and aunts and cousins and just having fun, being a regular girl in a village with her friends and everything like that. And the next, they're on a boat and here on an island filled with people and customs she doesn't know. Her family's nowhere to be found. She can't write them. She hasn't seen anyone outside of the people she is here with who looks like her, besides like some traders and things like that. And it's just been a bit of a difficult process because she was older. Her brothers didn't struggle as much because they were toddlers when they were taken, so they were raised in this culture, and it's easier for them to grasp than her, who was already, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 13. So she's been going through it. Now that she's older, she has gotten stone-hearted, cheerful, stoic, and sensitive, so those are her traits. And her little brothers, Edwald and Vincenzo, excellent names, I know. But this is them and their sleepwear, apparently, but they actually got a lot more into Solani culture than their sister did. And they're chilling, to be honest, because this is all they really remember. They don't remember their grandmother or Aunt Elena or anything like that. Um, He is love-struck, a downer, and unstable. And Vincenzo is high-spirited, impulsive, and delightful. Don't overheat. I don't know how you're overheating. It's not that hot. And also, this is the, I guess, illegitimate princess. So this is kind of the reason, well, her mother is the reason that both families got uprooted and forced to Sulani. So these little ones here are the most like used to Sulani culture. So they dress the way the locals kind of dress, mixed with the way their parents have them dress based on their own experiences and upbringing and everything like that. The kids are most used to it. So yeah, I wonder what's going to happen in the future, if they're going to make their way back to the kingdom of Willow Creek or even the kingdom of Windenburg, or if they'll end up somewhere else. There are other kingdoms, we just haven't explored them yet because my sanity can't handle that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm I'm upset that these guys had to be exiled and forced into this life too. I think Joan is just kind of at the wrong place, wrong time, because she's not friends with Constance. Constance isn't like didn't like tell her. I think Joan must have been. I don't know. I don't know how she found out, but I guess she found out, or at least the crown prince thinks she found out, and didn't want any loose ends, and just was like, you know what, you go too. Joan honestly should have left her children with her grandmother, but she was like, okay, grabbed her kids and came here. I don't know. She's evil, so maybe she found out and was trying to find a way to blackmail the prince or something like that. I have no clue. She's lucky she didn't get executed for this or something. He could have lied and be like, oh, she was a witch or something. But instead, he spared their lives at least. He just kind of ruined it at the same time. But I don't know. Hopefully things work out for them, especially Asa. She had the worst time, the hardest time kind of getting used to everything. And yeah, this is ignore all the modern stuff here, but this is where they live, here in the ocean. It's beautiful at the very least, but you know, at what cost? And of course, we're gonna mm, take a little bit of a look at Marjorie's family. I would say Mahe's family. I mean, it is his, but Marjorie is the star of this show here. Hi, Marjorie. She is super cute. Are you an elder? I don't think you are. Nope. All right. Anyways, everyone's fine. Everyone is doing good. Okay, one of your friends must have died from being a traitor to the king, apparently. But anyways, Avery and his wife Brielle have not been having a very good marriage. Never mind, I'm a liar. They're doing great, apparently. Last time I was here, that was not the case, but I guess they made up in the months since I've been here last. Moving on, because that storyline's dead, apparently. Let's look at Susanna. So as we remember, Mahe and Marjorie decided that they didn't care about me or my wants or wishes and had to chill a child after I made them infertile. But this is her. This is Susanna, not to be confused by Susanna or Susanna, but Susanna is Marjorie Mahe's final child and youngest child. She is pompous, motivating, and a health nut. Not sure how she became any of those things. Well, motivating, I can see. I'm not sure where the other ones came from, but that's who she is. As for Susanna, who is Avery's daughter, almost said the wrong person. She's doing great. She is doing amazing. I moved out what's her name's kids because they were just I don't know. They had like 5 kids. It was muddling up my household. So I had to get them up out of here. And I think one of them was also glitched because every time I tried to open the household, something happened. So I had to kick those guys to the curb, but it's fine. Originally Brielle and Avery were having some issues, but I think because Cordell is gone and everything's fixed now, it must have been because of Cordell because Avery and Cordell did not get along at all. And it must have been causing some tension because Brielle, of course, is going to defend her son. And now that he's gone, they can actually be an actual couple instead of having that tension in the house. And the house is just so full of people. I think it was just too crowded in the house, and that was causing their marriage to have some issues. Yeah. I don't know if he's still in contact with Richard, who is his other son. his only son, I should say. I almost said other. But they get along well, I suppose. I don't know. And let's take a good look at little Gabriel, who's not so little anymore. I don't know why little came out. He hasn't been little for a very long time, but let's see what he's been up to. He's still in this house with all these werewolves in Willow Creek. They seem to be chilling for the most part. He's still rich. His second wife, because his first wife died, his second wife is actually currently pregnant. Yep, third trimester. I believe they're having a boy, so he'll be having his second son soon with this wife. Losing a parent. Okay, I guess her parent, if he didn't die naturally, I'm assuming it's her father. I don't know. I just said parent. If this parent didn't die naturally, it was most likely because I'm not sure which one died first, but one of her parents was definitely part of the revolt, and the other one died from a cow plant. Not sure which order that happened in, but she'll get over it. Meanwhile, let's look at Benedict, who is his first son from his first wife. He's angry because he's hostile. At this point, are you a Smith if you don't have a hostile sim every generation? First we had Nasir, then we have Agnes, and now this guy, Benedict. Somebody's got to be angry. Might as well be Benedict. He's hostile, unpredictable, and a language savant, and honestly, considering who his father is, I'm not surprised he turned out this way, to be fair. This is still Gabriel's kid. He's not that good of a person. No one else in this household is actually related to them, so I don't actually care. So we're just gonna move on. I know that was like 2 seconds on Gabriel, but honestly, he's not that interesting. Like, okay, oh, he's a bad person. Oh, he's got a big ego. He doesn't really do anything else though. And last but not least, Last but not least, we're on to our favorite lesbian, Nura. I think also our only lesbian, Nura? Question mark? I don't know, but we don't know how Bretta's gonna turn out at this point. But this is her. She's old now. She looks so good still. She looks good old. Okay, that's a weird shadow from the G shade, but she looks good. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. She look good. Oh, Silver look good on you, Nura. She and Christina's not here. She and Christina are still lifelong partners. Uh oh, who died? One of her family members died in the revolt, apparently. But she and Christina are still together. They've been lifelong partners at this point. It's it's kind of sweet. Christina's gonna die way before Nura because she was always older, but these two get along so they get along so good. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. They're just an amazing couple together, and they've essentially raised a family together at this point, and survived Armando. And yeah. But anyways, we know how that love story ended. We know what's going on here. Philip, my good sir. I think Philip was the one going through marital problems. I think I thought it was Avery and it's actually Philip. Let me check before I start. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Look at this relationship bar he has with his wife. That is non-existent. They are on the brink of divorce. I don't even know how they're not divorced yet, but they are not getting along. I'm pretty sure it's Abby's fault. I don't think Abby has been the best wife, but if we remember, Abby only married him because of his insistence. I think he was just a naive, star-eyed boy. She was an older woman. They had their night together, and he's just a good person, and he was going to take responsibility, marry her, try to make everything work out. He thought they were soulmates, and for a while they were. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's the soulmate mod is definitely not working. But they were soulmates at some point, or at least he thought they were, and it just didn't happen that way. This is his first stepson from his first wife, who he actually did love, who just died tragically. But him and his stepson still get along. He's still here. His other stepson is fine. It's not about them. But the child that he had with his second wife, Joan, is also doing great. They never had any more children, and considering the state of their relationship, I'd be surprised if they did, to be fair. And the fact that she hates children, that's probably another point of contention. He definitely wants a lot more children and a big family. Not in the same way or the same reason his father wanted children, but I think that's been a pretty big point of contention. But Joan here has grown up to be heartless, encouraging, and a linguist. Not sure how those traits work out well together, but that's who she is. And yeah, she gets along well with her grandparents and everybody else in the house, her whole family. Honestly, the only people not really getting along are uh gosh, what is his name? Philip and his wife, so her parents essentially. So that's got to be extra rough. But I don't know. Hopefully everything works out for Philip. He's young enough to get remarried and still have the large family he wants, to be honest. I'm a person. He's young enough to get married and still have the large family he wants. No, the soulmate mod is in. What happened to the soulmates? I'll figure that out at some point. Maybe I just need to update it. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he finds someone who loves and respects him and he can live the life he's always wanted to live because he's put a lot of his years on hold for his current wife. That's just not fair. And lastly, but of course never least, we have Lycia, who is struggling. She lost I think one of her half siblings. I don't know, someone she knows, someone who she was pretty close to must have died in the revolt, which is sad, but that's the nature of these things. But she and her husband's marriage is going well. Cameron loves her. I don't think she loves him the same way he loves her, but honestly, she takes it. She's really grateful for him, and she loves him in a way, right? But their relationship's still going pretty strong. Maricela, who she had out of wedlock with someone else, is a child. Was she a child in the previous one? I think she was. So I'm just going to skip past her into the other ones. They're still living with Megan, who was the child of that Fae who abandoned her after his first wife died. He had, I think the game deleted his entire household because I promise you he was married with like 5 kids, and he had daughters around the same age as Philip, and I was waiting. It doesn't even matter now because they're gone, but he had a whole household, and I think the game deleted him, which makes me sad. Lycia had 2 more children. They had Carla, who is now a child. Okay, here we go. Carla is a dark dog lover, artistic, and unconventional. So she's just a cool girl, and she expresses herself through her art. And I think that that's really cute. And they had a son finally. So this is James's heir, I guess. And his name, sorry, this is Cameron's heir. His name is James. So he'll be a child next time we see him. And I think that that's really cute. The other kids are Megan's kids, so they're not too important. But I wonder if the kids in this family will probably see each other as siblings because that's how the game works. But I wonder if they'll actually just fall in love with each other, or will it say super siblings? Because for some reason, if you're raised along someone but you're not necessarily siblings, the game considers them to be super siblings. I don't ask me how, I don't know. But we'll see how things work out with them. I'm really excited. So with that all said and done, I hope you enjoyed this update. I know that some of them were a bit more interesting than others, and some of them were a bit more frightening than others, but let me know your thoughts, how you feel, and it's looking like, according to the comments so far as of recording this video, that the whale is the most popular option. So if we do the wheel, one, do you think I should add Osbert's children to the wheel or just let them be? Because we have so many other households anyway. I don't think it really truly matters. I think we can save them a little bit more suffering. Also, if I do that household, Sigwin, I forgot his name, but he would also, I'd also kill him off if possible. But one, should I do that? And two, who are you most afraid of losing if we do the wheel? Personally, I'm still most afraid of losing Amis and Denise, but if I had to choose from my NPC side households, I would definitely say I'm most afraid of losing, I think, Elena, Laura, and Joan. Elena, Laura, Joan, and Marjorie's households. The other ones, I'd still be pretty distraught, but I think I'd be devastated with those guys. I don't know. They have my absolute heart. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see the outcome of the voting system in the next episode. Bye.